For nearly 1,000 years, Lincoln Cathedral has dominated the skyline of Lincolnshire. Rising high above the city from the summit of a steep hill, it has been a place of worship, pilgrimage, royal ceremony, learning, and survival. At one point in history, it was the tallest building in the world, surpassing even the Great Pyramid of Giza. Generations of travellers approaching Lincoln would have seen its towers from miles away, standing as a symbol of both earthly power and divine ambition. Today, millions admire its beauty, but the cathedral's story is one of disaster, rebuilding, determination, and extraordinary achievement. Shortly after the Norman Conquest of England, in 1072, William the Conqueror ordered the bishop's seat to be moved from Dorchester-on-Thames to Lincoln, then one of the most important cities in England. The task of building a magnificent new cathedral fell to Bishop Remigius de Fécamp, a Norman cleric and loyal supporter of the king. Construction began on the hilltop site beside Lincoln Castle, creating a powerful symbol of Norman authority over the newly conquered land. The first cathedral was largely Norman in style, with massive stone walls, rounded arches, and thick towers. After years of construction, it was consecrated in 1092, only days before Remigius died. Though impressive, the cathedral that stood at that time would look very different from the one we see today. Disaster struck early. In 1124, a devastating fire swept through the cathedral, destroying much of its wooden roof. Repairs and expansion followed under Bishop Alexander, sometimes called Alexander the Magnificent. He enlarged the building and strengthened its position as one of England's most important religious centres. Yet an even greater catastrophe awaited. In 1185, one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded in England shook much of the country. The cathedral suffered immense damage. Large sections collapsed, walls cracked, and much of the Norman structure became unsafe. Only parts of the western front and its towers survived the destruction. Many churches would have struggled to recover from such a blow. Lincoln Cathedral would instead be reborn. In 1186, a remarkable man arrived in Lincoln. His name was Hugh of Avalon, later known as St Hugh of Lincoln. Determined to rebuild the shattered cathedral, Hugh began one of the most ambitious construction projects in medieval Europe. Work started in 1192 with a new choir and eastern end. Rather than simply recreating the old Norman building, Hugh embraced the latest architectural ideas emerging from France. Pointed arches, ribbed vaults, and flying buttresses allowed builders to create taller spaces flooded with light. These innovations would help define what we now call Gothic architecture. Lincoln became one of the earliest and finest examples of this revolutionary style in England. The rebuilding continued long after Hugh's death in 1200. His tomb soon attracted pilgrims from across the kingdom, bringing wealth and prestige to the cathedral. Just when success seemed assured, disaster struck once more. In 1237, the cathedral's central tower collapsed, likely due to structural weaknesses and the immense weight placed upon its supports. Huge sections of the church were damaged. Yet again, the builders refused to surrender. A new and stronger central tower was planned. At the same time, the cathedral was expanded eastward to accommodate the growing numbers of pilgrims visiting the shrine of St Hugh. This expansion produced one of the cathedral's most famous features, the magnificent angel choir. Consecrated in 1280, it remains one of the masterpieces of medieval English architecture. Its name comes from the carved stone angels that appear to float above the arches, watching silently over worshippers below. The early 14th century marked the cathedral's greatest triumph. In 1311, builders completed an enormous wooden spire atop the central tower. Rising to around 525 feet, or nearly 160 meters, Lincoln Cathedral became the tallest building in the world. It surpassed the Great Pyramid of Giza, which had held the record for thousands of years. For 238 years, no building on Earth stood higher. Imagine what medieval travelers must have thought when they saw it. The immense spire towered over the surrounding countryside, visible from extraordinary distances. It was a statement not only of engineering skill, but also of religious devotion. Medieval society sought to reach heaven through stone, timber, and faith. Lincoln Cathedral achieved that dream better than almost any other building of its age. Among the cathedral's greatest treasures are its famous rose windows. The Dean's Eye, situated in the north transept, dates from the early 13th century and contains some of the oldest surviving stained glass in England. Opposite it stands the Bishop's Eye, rebuilt in the 14th century and filled with elaborate Gothic tracery. Together they form one of the most remarkable pairs of medieval windows anywhere in Europe. When sunlight streams through the coloured glass, it transforms the interior into a display of colour and light that medieval worshippers would have regarded as a glimpse of paradise itself. The cathedral's supremacy would not last forever. In 1548, a violent storm struck Lincoln. The great central spire, already weakened by age and weather, collapsed. Huge sections crashed through parts of the cathedral below. The spire was never rebuilt. The loss permanently altered the cathedral's appearance. Although the central tower remains the tallest cathedral tower in England, the skyline that had once dominated the medieval world was gone forever. The 17th century brought new dangers. During the English Civil War, Lincoln became a contested city. Parliamentary forces under Oliver Cromwell besieged Lincoln in 1644. Fighting around the cathedral caused damage to parts of the structure, and some medieval features suffered during the conflict. Yet despite war, storms, and centuries of weathering, the cathedral endured. Generations of craftsmen repaired and restored its fabric. In the 18th and 19th centuries, major conservation projects ensured the survival of many medieval features. Today, Lincoln Cathedral remains one of the finest examples of Gothic architecture in Europe. Scholars, historians, and architects have long praised its beauty. The Victorian critic John Ruskin famously declared that Lincoln Cathedral was worth any two cathedrals in England. Visitors entering its vast interior encounter soaring vaults, carved angels, medieval stained glass, ancient tombs, and centuries of history preserved in stone. For over 900 years, the cathedral has witnessed coronations, wars, plagues, reformations, and revolutions. Kings have worshipped beneath its roof. Pilgrims have travelled hundreds of miles to pray within its walls. Generations of Lincolnshire families have marked baptisms, marriages, and funerals beneath its arches. It remains not merely a building, but a living monument to the ambitions, faith, and determination of the people who created it. Few buildings in Britain can rival Lincoln Cathedral's story. Born from the Norman Conquest, shattered by earthquake, rebuilt in glory, crowned as the tallest structure on earth, damaged by storm and war, yet still standing after nearly a millennium, it remains one of the greatest achievements of medieval civilization. Even today, as its towers rise above the city and catch the light of the setting sun, Lincoln Cathedral continues to inspire the same sense of awe that it inspired centuries ago. It is not merely the history of a cathedral, it is the history of England written in stone.